no, that's a woman's disease.
Oh.
And I was like, where are you getting your information from? So you're finding out through either like porn or friends or, you know. Hi.
네, 저는 한국에서 온 이상희자 김한설입니다.
Hey everybody, I'm Vaughn and I'm from the US and I'm gay.
Hi, I'm Felipe, I'm from Colombia and I'm gay.
And nice to meet
Oh,
you
nice
guys.
to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to meet
Oh. I didn't see education. Okay. I was like, oh. America.
일단 너무 하지 말라는 게 너무 많았어요.
Oh, okay.
뭐 어떤 부분에서 하면 안 되는지를 알려줘야 되는데 하면 어떻게 되는지를 말해줘야 되는데 그거 말 안 하니까 X였어요.
So we started doing sex education when we were in like 5th grade. So I was always pretty prepared and knew what to do or what to look out for. The majority of my life I was having sex with women, so I knew what to do.
So I had like maybe 2 or 3 classes during 3rd grade about sex education and then it suddenly stopped. So I felt like I got like half-assed information and then I had to research by myself.
네, 오늘의 주제는 이성애자와 게이의 성교육 차이점입니다.
I think this topic is important because, of course, there's sex education, like in all countries. There's sex education, they teach you what to do when it comes to straight sex. But as gay guys, there is no sex education in school and we don't know what to do. And you have to either find out through trial and error, or like nowadays, you can find out through TikTok and YouTube of how to do it safely and what to look out for. But when I was growing up, like that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
So I had to find out in different ways. And of course, we weren't out, so we can't just ask our parents like, hey dad, like, how do I do this?
Exactly.
So you're finding out through either like porn or friends or, you know.
The few classes that I got about sex education was about like, don't get a girl pregnant. That's not an issue that I have. I needed to know about other stuff. And so I found like through like friends as well, and I feel like porn as well is not like the best way to find out about that. So I had to try a lot and I had a lot of like scary moments, and that all could have been avoided if I had like proper education about the subject. When it comes to straight people, it focuses more on like how to protect yourself from like unwanted pregnancy. And as I said, that's not an issue that we have. So I feel like sex education when it comes to the LGBT community has to focus more on like STDs and like risk of infections, how to do it, because the anatomy is very different. So I feel like it should focus on those two. Yeah, I'm with another man, but I don't know what to do. I mean, I know now. I didn't know back then. Yeah.
I agree with that. That was going to be my point because the anatomy is different. How to do it safely, how to do it to avoid injury or, you know, hurting someone. But also with sex education with LGBT community, I think it's also important for them to like provide like hotlines or something like that. The LGBT community can reach out to somebody, especially so they're not like just sleeping around to figure it out.
다치는 거 그리고 성병에 대해서 교육을 한다는 게 조금 놀라웠습니다.
Yes.
And if you're not using like the proper lubricants, that can also just make things a lot worse. My first time, because I didn't know about like lube and stuff like that, and we used like lotion. And yeah, which is so bad for you, but like we didn't know.
Same thing, like my first time we did use lubricant, but since I didn't know, like my only like experience, quote unquote, was porn. So I'm like, oh, I'm going straight for it.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you might get hurt.
not-
Especially the first time, you have to be slow. You have to take it slow.
But nobody teaches you that.
Nobody,
Yeah.
nobody,
Trial and error.
Try.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I can't
Yeah.
do it like this.
For me, my first time was awful.
Try it again.
We're trying it, it got better. But
My first time I was like, I'm never doing this again. And then the next night we were like, let's try again.
yeah, excited.
도구가 필요한다는 게 놀라웠어요. 저도 이제 듣기만 하면 좀 놀라운데 당사자는 좀 많이 놀라웠을 것 같아요.
Inside the community, like if you're a top or a bottom, like there are tops that don't know or are not aware of the amount of preparation that bottoms have to go through. So they just want to like do it. And so if you haven't experienced being a bottom, you know like that's not possible. If you are going to be in that position, you need some time, you need some preparation. Tops often don't think about.
Going off of what Felipe just said is preparation, like for bottoms specifically, like you have to learn how to, I would say control your diet, but if you're not gonna control your diet, you have to learn how to douche. no one teaches you how to do that, so you can try to find like on the internet these days, but you have to learn how to clean out.
Yeah.
So that you're ready for sex.
I totally agree. And well, I don't know if I'm misquoting this, but I've heard like someone who has experience being a bottom can be a good top because they know all the preparation and all how you need to be careful with the other person. You know how to take care of your
Of
person.
the bottom, yeah. And just like give them time and stuff. Because some tops who have never bottomed like will try to rush the bottom or like not take that into consideration. Depending on your position, you need to study about preparation time that it takes place,
Not only about your position.
but the other person's
Yeah.
position.
어떻게 보면 이성 여자랑은 또 비슷하면서 좀 다른 느낌인 게 남자와 여자가 성관계를 했을 때 여자가 만약에 생리거나 아니면 하면 안 되기도 하고 그런 건 비슷한데 다른 경우는 그냥 서로의 마음이 맞으면 된다라고 생각을 했는데 상대의 컨디션도 보아야 되고 생각을 하면서 준비를 해야 된다는 게 신기한 것 같아서 남자와 남자 게이 관계에서는 아무 때나 해도 된다는 편견을 가지고 있었는데
Oh no.
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 Definitely not.
No. Stereotype. Something that is said for like straight sex education and gay education, you guys should always get tested every 3 months or so, just to like make sure that you don't have any STDs, STIs, just anything wrong with you. I feel like in the straight community, a lot of my straight friends don't get tested often, or it's just kind of like, why would I go get tested?
Like taboo.
It's in the gay community, I feel like we kind of like stick with that of getting tested regularly, just because if you are sexually active, you just never know. And some people don't even know that there's a preventative called PrEP that you can take daily, and it helps protect you up to 99% against the virus.
Yeah, I agree. Like after getting my proper sex education by myself, I learned about how I need to get tested every 3 months. So it's something that I do and I don't think about. Like I'm very open with my mom. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to the clinic to get tested. And at first, like a few years ago, was like, why? Like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, no.
My
like,
mom too.
Yeah, like, no.
Why are you
like,
doing that?
Yeah, like,
'Cause I should.
I need to do this every 3 months because it's the healthiest thing to do. Yeah, like even when we took our straight friends, they were like,
We took our straight friends to get tested,
Yeah.
and they were like, why? And we're
Yeah.
like, because you need to.
We
Like,
need
when's
to
the last
do it.
time? They're
Yeah.
like,
놀라웠어요. 이걸 그렇게까지 꼼꼼하게 하구나. 뭐 오히려 그게 더 좋은 습관이지 않는가. 이성 여자 같은 경우는 거의 잘 안 하는 것 같아요. 성병 검사 같은 경우는 생각을 안 하는 것 같아요. 성병에 대해서 3개월에 한 번씩 검사를 하는 이유가 혹시 있을까요?
yes. There is a reason. So the reason is like, as Vaughn said, like HIV is like the biggest, like the most scariest one, and there's like a window of time, like you could have the virus inside yourself, but it won't show up. So you need to get tested every 3 months because that's how long it takes to like show up in your body.
I think it's funny that he says that because Korean guys that I've talked to, like, because I've asked them, like, have you been tested? And they're like, and I was like, no, you can literally get like chlamydia, gonorrhea, and then he told me, no, that's a woman's disease.
Oh.
And I was like, where are you getting your information from?
일단 저는 정말 아예 몰랐어요. 본인이 의해서 주기적으로 그냥 하는 줄 알았는데 그 유학적인 부분에서 한다는 것도 이제 좀 놀랐어요. 게이분들이 이상인자분들보다 더 성교육이나 그런 거에 대해서 경각심도 좀 뛰어난 것 같아요.
Get tested.
Yeah, get tested.
Yeah, please.
So today we talked about sex education between gays and straights.
If you like this video, please
구독과 좋아요, 알림 설정, 댓글 부탁드릴게요.
Bye. Go get tested right now. Go.
please.